Well, Fred sends us pages of notes.
Yes.
Small handwriting, a little insane.
I
So
get
much of
angry
it, but
letters
then
from Fred.
They send them all back. So I had notes on how it was supposed to look like and sound like, and it was sent the other way.
Well, you just write letters that say Netflix on the envelope.
Netflix.
Oh, we should mention Netflix. Hey, Netflix! It's out. You can subscribe to it. You can watch it on any device. You can watch it on your TV. Now on PS4. Now on Xbox.
Yeah.
Please check out Netflix.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Some of your favorite Paramount shows
Are on Netflix.
formerly on Spike TV.
Yeah.
Are on Netflix.
They give us a lot of
Like
input
boobs.
into
Like
our
boobs.
characters.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, they've been amazing from the beginning about asking, me and I think also everybody else about like real, ridiculous, embarrassing moments from puberty and adolescence, and a lot of them I think do make it into the thing.
Yeah. No, I think we tried to. I mean, each one of these people have such incredibly unique voices, which is both their actual voices, but also what and how they say the things they say, and we would be remiss if we didn't take some of the elements of who they are, and both now and who they were as kids, or in the case of Fred, who he will be one day as a child anew.
Fred is aging backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a
Yeah.
known thing that you talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I talk about it.
Yeah,
I
talk
gossip
about it a lot.
it.
It's like weird.
He's getting younger and younger.
shrinking.
Yeah.
He is Benjamin Buttoning this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
And
that,
please check out Benjamin Button. I don't know.
yeah, no, we should just
It's
give a
on
quick
Netflix.
shout out to Benjamin Button. It's a wonderful film.
A very dear friend of us, Benjamin Button.
It's the autobiography. Yes. Well, I think I would describe, it's a very graphic, I don't know if I'd describe it as crass, in that I think we are celebrating all the different types of bodies, specifically in that song, all the different types of women's bodies, and I think that's what we're always trying to do in the show, which is take some big swings, do some really kind of raunchy, dirty stuff, and show all these nude women in an animated form, which I don't think many people have done in this particular way, but also be saying these larger things about trying to get people to fall in love with their own bodies and who they are and what's happening to them, and demystify a lot of that stuff. So, and Maya Rudolph, who Fred, you know Maya, you've met Maya before, no?
You guys have got to meet Maya. Just an incredible person.
Yeah.
So one of these days I'll just introduce you.
Yeah. So if you guys have a chance, just give Fred a shout. He'll set up a lunch for you and Maya, and if you can be there, I guess you will.
Yes, and please check out Netflix.
But Maya sings the hell out of that song. We write the scripts incredibly and put in a lot of work, but then you have this amazing cast. Everybody up here is an amazing improviser, and we would be remiss if we didn't use that. I don't know.
The scripts are really, really good and filled with jokes, and after I leave a table read, I'm always just like, I think that was the funniest one. No, I think that was it.
Yeah.
There's always up in it, but I think what's nice is that that foundation is there and it really shows us what to do, but then we add little details because the characters, at least for me, are very alive. Yeah. Little
It's
touches.
nice to be given the opportunity to, a lot of times we record if there's a group scene or something together, and so it allows us to kind of keep running a little longer, or find a little bit of other stuff that's fun because we just are in the moment together and have worked together so long and know each other that it's easy to poke and prod.
It's almost, I would say.
Except for Fred, who is word perfect and
Right.
insists that everybody else does it the same.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm very strict about that.
You've sent a bunch of letters about that as well.
I send a bunch. Do you guys?
But he just put it. What he did was he wrote it in a notebook and then put it on a skateboard and sent it down a hill.
Right.
If you guys, before you all leave, if you could give Fred your
Loose
street
change.
address.
and your contact information,
and I'll
because
send it down to you.
he's gonna also send you some letters about your lunch with Maya.
But sometimes it's hard to tape the letter to the skateboard and throw it right through a window.
Yeah.
So your
Yeah.
homes might get sort of damaged.
Yeah.
But it's
like-
worth it for the feedback.
We should
And
do
a
the
free
safety thing
skateboard.
too.
That's
Guys,
right.
please watch out on skateboards. They're very
Yes,
dangerous.
and also
please, they're
be
not
careful,
toys.
guys.
these are choking hazards,
They
and I know
are-
it says it on the back. It says it on the back of here, but these are choking hazards. Okay, so if you're gonna eat
Guys.
the cap to your water, make sure to puncture a hole in it like a lifesaver. Go ahead.
Is there anything that you guys consider off limits, or anything that you consider doing for season 2 that you then watch back and said, let's not go?
No, I mean, I think the whole idea of the show is that we take what seems to be things that seem to be off limits and find our way of telling the funniest, most truthful version of that. I mean, there have been certain jokes that were like, or visuals that you see and you're like, I don't know if I need to see a thermometer taken out of Coach Hormone Monster's penis. Maybe we don't need to put that in the show.
I need to see that.
Well, I'll send that to you.
I'd love to see that
I need
footage.
to get the thermometer taken out of my penis.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait, did you figure it out? Do you have a fever?
I think it's really high. Yeah.
Yeah. She calls her penis Nick Lachey because it's always 98 degrees.
Oh.
Yes.
Did you say why?
Tween girl shame.
You know, I didn't do it. I didn't create this show, but I will say that I think it's something that, you know, teen shame, especially in the female experience, is like the way that I think it's usually done is like, here, hold this. It's yours. Keep it private. Whatever is like, yeah, it's a secret. It's not private. It's secret. And that is really sad to me, because teen shame and like personal shame is very specific, and women are usually encouraged to not talk about it, or only talk about it in ways that are kind of pre-approved. So for me, it feels really good that we are expressing it and showing like many different types of the ways that women react to becoming themselves.
Yeah,
I
think it's so easy. I mean, your whole life, but especially when you're that age, to feel like you're the only one going through a thing. And I think especially for girls living in the culture that we live in, the images you're surrounded by, it feels like there's such a small way to acceptably be a girl, and that if you're not that, oh, I'm somehow on the outside. And I think that dissipates when you can just talk about it. And so for me, that feels great if the show can make someone feel less alone.
Yeah, I think in general, that's puberty makes you feel, and everything that happens to you at that point makes you feel so alone. And so I think the idea of the show, whatever we're saying, is like showing kids now and also to adults who are still dealing with the stuff that happened to them in middle school and through their adolescence and puberty, that you're not alone going through it. And that shame plays a big part in season 2. And a lot of the, I think, things that make you feel shameful sort of grew out of that time in middle school and adolescence, and hopefully this kind of stuff will make you feel less ashamed. Yes?
Did it conjure some of your moments, like funny or bad?
I mean, the show is a constant conjuring of my teen moments of puberty and awkwardness. So, but I can't speak.
You.
I would say mine are accessible immediately, and that I exist as a person that is like sort of processing or trying to get over what happened then. And that one thing that has been, and I have I think I just had a lot of fear about my teen experience, because it was just really, really hard. And now I look back on it, I think really because of doing this show, with like a very, very useful amount of tenderness. And doing this show has been nice for me, because I think it's allowed me to be like, yeah, that's actually not happening anymore. And you're allowed to have a reaction to it, but you can begin your actual real adulthood without feeling like a victim anymore.
Right.
It's sweet.
Now.
Here I go!
Great.
Thanks, everyone.
Blast straight through the glass. Thanks, guys.